Good morning, YouTube. It's Halloween. It's Tuesday the 31st of October. It's just before lunchtime, and I thought it was about time I did another sales update with some of my better sales. This is not all of my sales, and as usual, I'm presenting to you the cream of the crop instead of showing you all the dross. There's been lots of lower price sales, but I thought I'd show you some of the better ones. There's no point telling you guys to look out for the stuff that doesn't sell for very much, is there? That would be silly. As you can see, I'm filming again using my phone to film my screen. Hello, there's my fingers. I have spoken to the very lovely Zahir Malik, who's going to help me to learn how to do a screen share video, but I've been away, he's busy, so at some point I will definitely pick his brains and learn how to do that. In the meantime, you'll have to put up with this. If you don't like it, don't watch. So these are, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, about 20-ish of my better sales since the last video, which I did on the 8th of October, I think. So nearly 3 weeks, about 20-ish of my best sales over the last few weeks. This one is the Tommy Big Loader Big Fun construction set, and this actually sold last night, so I haven't packed this and sent it out yet. As you can see, the box is very battered. I mentioned that here in the description bit. The box is very tired. It's I've had to stick it back together on the back, but all the parts are there and it's working, and it's sold for a quite happy £24.99. I paid at the car boot sale, I didn't, that's a lie, this came in a charity shop clearance haul. I paid 20 quid for everything, and this was in there, so yeah, so quite pleased with that. Nice £25 sale. That's my investment back. Anything else I sell from that now will be a bonus. So these are definitely worth looking out for. There are several different boxes. This one is, I think, is like the early 80s box, maybe mid 80s, but there's some earlier ones. They've not really changed the design of the item, but the box has changed over the years, but they're always worth looking out for. Next up, this Evans burgundy woolly warm jumper with a Bardo neckline. Thank you to the people who watched my video and helped me out when I couldn't remember the name of the neckline. I bought 2 of these. Here's the second one coming up on the next screen. I bought 2 of them from a lady at the car boot sale for £1 each. Listed them. They've been hanging around because I went on holiday and didn't do any listing, so I listed these 2 days ago, and they both sold the same morning. So I probably could have gone for a bit more. They're yeah, very warm woolly jumpers, as you can see. That's the first, and then that's the second. The second one has a bit of beading in the neckline. Don't know if you can make out the wooden beads there. So yeah, £1 each, sold for a tenner each very quickly. Quite pleased with that. From the same car boot sale that I got those from, I bought these soup bowls. I've given up picking up the soup bowls. I used to pick them up individually when I saw them. You can usually pick them up for 50p to £1, and I used to try and bundle them, and I've given it up because they just weren't selling. But when I saw that these were in their original box, I thought I would go for them. I thought the box might make a difference, and again, they've sold fairly quickly. I took an offer of £14.99. I don't know why it doesn't show you when you've taken an offer, but I didn't sell for £17. I took an offer of £14.99 on those. Packed them to within an inch of their life, and I'm fairly sure that Hermes will still manage to break them, but what can you do? You've got to try. Heelys. I bought these from the car boot sale back in the summer. I was surprised they didn't sell quicker because Heelys are usually quite popular. I think I paid £3, but as I say, it's a couple of months ago and I might be telling you fibs. It will be back in one of my other videos if anybody actually cares enough to go and check up on me. But they have sold for £18.99, and I think they've gone off on the GSP, if I remember right. I think they've gone on the global shipping programme. So yeah, pleased to have sold those. Again, they had their original box, which I think helps a bit. I mean, if somebody wants to give those as a gift to a child, then obviously the box is going to make a difference. Oh, my Monster High bundle. I have sold these dolls 3 times. 3 times I've sold them. There's 39 in the bundle. I paid £40 from the car boot sale. For the 39 dolls, they come with a big pile of accessories and all the bump that comes with them. And I knew that for 40 quid I was getting a good deal, and also I knew that if I broke them down they would sell for more, but I just couldn't be bothered. I was too lazy to do the research needed to work out what they were all called and to sell them all separately. So I put them on as a bundle. I've sold them 3 times. The first time they sold to someone overseas somewhere on the GSP who didn't pay. Sent me a message saying I'll be able to pay sometime next month. No, you won't. We cancel the sale. Relisted them. They sold again to someone overseas on the GSP who sent me a message saying I'll be able to pay next week when I'm not too busy working to put money on my card. Of course, they didn't pay. Relisted them. They finally sold again to someone overseas on the GSP, but this time they paid, thank God. So those have gone off to Germany this time. I did get a convoluted message in German from the buyer asking me about customs, and I had no idea, so all I could do was use Google Translate to understand it and then to reply. But those have finally gone, I've finally been paid for them, and I'm glad to see the back of the damn things after 3 goes at it. Now this one I have to thank Steve Green of the Steve Green Adventure. Look him up on YouTube if you haven't already seen his channel. He posted in one of the reselling groups that if you buy WWE wrestling figures, it's definitely worth looking out for the stripy dudes, which are the referees. Funnily enough, the next day I found a bundle and it had this stripy dude in there, listed him individually and got 15 quid for him. So the entire bundle cost me £8. I've sold the ref for 15 and I've still got the rest of the bundle to sell. Quite pleased with him. And this one I've included to show people that you can get far more than you expect. This is the new Slimming World Cup Cookbook. It's literally new out and I got it free from my Slimming World group because if you buy a countdown, which is a bulk payment for your classes in advance, they quite often do a free cookery book or whatever, and this was the free one. It retails at $5.99 in class. I have sold this very, very quickly for $14.99. It sold almost immediately because you can only buy them in classes, and a lot of people will never walk through the door of a class. So definitely worth looking out for Slimming World cookery books, and the newer the better. And like I said, don't be misled into thinking that you can only get the cover value on them. You can often get lots more. I'm including this one, despite the fact it's only a 99p sale, to just remind people that sometimes you make a boo-boo and it's not always unsalvageable. Is that a word? Unsalvageable? Insalvageable? I'm not sure what the word is. Either way, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince on audio CD. Snapped it up at the car boot sale. He had Half-Blood Prince and he had Goblet of Fire, and he wanted a £5 for the two, and I bought them both. And when I got this one home, I discovered there was a disc missing, despite the fact that at the car boot I said to him, are they all there? And he said yes. I don't know why I'm surprised when people lie to me. I really don't know why I'm surprised by that in this day and age. But yeah, there was a disc missing, so I've listed it as audio CD replacement discs and spares. You choose the disc you need. There's a list there of what I've got available. And I've sold 2 of the discs so far. So I say, bear in mind that I got the 2 for a £5. I'm already in profit on the other one, and I will just gradually sell these one by one for replacements. All is not lost. These South Park collectible figures cost me 80p. They were 20p each. South Park, I don't know why they're so collectible, but they are. They're always worth picking up if you see them. Again, not necessarily in ideal condition. If I zoom in there on his feet, you can see that the leatherette on his feet is worn, and the same on Frozen Kenny at the top there. And that's frequently the case with these. Kenny's quite bobbly. People don't seem to mind. Like I said, I paid 20p each for them, and I have sold the set of 4 for £9.99. Very quickly as well. These Ed Hardy jeans, they're brand new with their tag. I personally think they're horrible, but you know, they're reasonably popular with certain buyers. I'm not sure why. I paid £1 from the car boot sale and I've sold those for £19.99. This is all plus postage, by the way. There's no free post on any of this. There's a van just pulled up outside my house. I may have to disappear and find out what that's all about. I've started to reduce the prices on my swimming costumes now because the season is pretty much over. People will still buy them. For, you know, people going on winter holidays will still want a swimming costume, but I've started to just sell them out a bit cheaper now just to clear out some space. So this was up at £9.99. I reduced it to £6.99 and it sold at £6.99. I will have paid £1 for this one. This is one of the ones I'll have got for £1 in the summer, either from the car boot sale or the charity shop. Probably the charity shop, this one. This Disney Jack Skellington Night Before Christmas hoodie. I've had this a long time. I bought this a while ago and I thought it would sell more quickly than it has, but it's finally gone. I took an offer of, I think, $13.99 on this one. I didn't sell $15.99. I presume it's gone for somebody who wants it for Halloween. And this Cockney Rebel. Now this is a genuine vintage 1980s silver, black and silver striped shirt-waisted dress. It was so genuinely vintage that the shoulder pads disintegrated when I picked it up. So I removed those. And it's sold again on a best offer for 13. I think this one went for. Hung around for a while, but again, when you look at that silver and black stripe, if you were doing a Halloween costume, that would be quite Beetlejuice, wouldn't it? Do you know the Beetlejuice from the film? So maybe that's why that's gone now. Who knows? I had 2 pairs of these. These are Clark's Unstructured Bound, they're called. Blue leather Mary Jane shoes. I had 2 pairs in the same size from the same charity shop on the same day. And I paid $7.99 each for them. The reason I grabbed them is because the Clark's Unstructured range usually sells quite well. I accepted an offer. They both sold to the same lady. I don't know why she wanted 2 pairs the same, but who am I to argue? She sent me an offer of £18 per pair, and I accepted that quite happily. I'd had them a while. Like I said, I was £10 profit on each pair, and of course they went in one parcel, which saved a bit on the shipping. I refunded her partially on the shipping, but not entirely. And these were another strange one. Now, Irregular Choice I would always buy because I would always pounce on them. I know how popular they are, I know how expensive they are, and yet these have taken forever to sell. I think the fact that they're a small size might be what slowed them down, because Irregular Choice shoes usually sell really, really quickly, but these are only a 4. I have sold them. I took an offer of $24.99 instead of $29.99, and I think I paid $12.99 on these, so there's not a big window of profit on them, but I was glad to see them go because they'd hung around so long. I bought these Weetabix anniversary bowls when I was in Taunton with Caroline last time. If I recall correctly, I paid 99p each. But I might be like, we were in I think it's the 99p charity shop, and I can't imagine it was 99p for the 4. I think I might have paid 99p each. Either way, they've sold for $19.99, and they have got there in one piece because I've had good feedback for those, so that's a relief. Where am I now? Now, Magnetics. Magnetics, you may notice I've misspelled it in the title here. Now, that's deliberate. Magnetics was recalled. Rose Art Magnetics was recalled, I think, 2007, because they discovered an issue with some of the magnets were coming loose and children were swallowing them because children are stupid. We've discussed this before. However, they reissued them with a more safe design. You are not allowed to sell them on eBay. eBay have put a blanket ban on selling magnetics because people were selling the ones that had been recalled. These are the safe ones. These are the ones that were made later. There is a way of telling. It's in the way that the logo is written on the little pieces. I don't know if I can zoom in to show you. Just here, there is a logo here on each little piece, and there is a website that will show you which one is the recalled and which one is the later version. These were the later versions, so they were fine to sell, but eBay wouldn't have seen it that way, and so I deliberately misspelled it in the title and misspelled it in the description and sold it very, very quickly. Please don't tell eBay, they'll be cross with me. It's a bugger to pack, absolute bugger to pack. This next girl's pink wool fashion coat, 5 to 6 years. I paid £1 at the car boot sale for it. It was in nice condition, and it sold quite quickly, $14.99. I don't mess around with children's clothes very much, but that one I thought I would give it a go. Now, this is my Joseph Ribkoff dress, and I've sold it twice. The first time it came back to me because the lady said the colour was not true to the picture. It really is. That really is the colour it was. I think what was more likely is when it arrived, she went, I don't like this. The second time that I have sold it, I took a best offer. The lady sent me a best offer of $19.99. It had a little message attached, and I don't normally go for like pulling the heartstrings, but it said, I would love this dress, however, I cannot afford more than this. I will understand if you are unable to sell it to me at this price. I think she said I would love this dress to wear for Christmas or something like that. And I was on holiday, and I'd already sold it once, and it had come back once, and I'd only paid £1 for it, and I was in a good mood, and I just sent a message back saying, Merry Christmas, and accepted her offer. And she's so delighted. She left me good feedback. She sent me a message saying thank you so much. And yeah, like I said, I paid £1. I paid £1. I got 20 quid for it. I'm happy with that. Sometimes it's nice to be nice. This one was my fail. I bought this Bose Sound Dock at the car boot sale. I paid £15. I was quite excited when I saw it was Bose. Bose is a good name. I don't know if I can show you the logo. The logo here. It's a very good name. There it is. And always worth picking up, usually, except when I got this home it was knackered. The lady assured me that it worked well, and when I got it home it didn't. So I had to sell this for spares or repairs. As you can see in the title, spares or repairs. Working up to a point, patchy sound, see description. And then massive writing, sold as faulty for spares or repairs, and a description of what I found with it. And that's all you can do. You know, it did sell. It sold for $22.99. I packed it really, really carefully so it wouldn't get more damaged on the way. And again, I've had good feedback on that one. So I didn't lose anything. I didn't lose any money on that. And I did make some money on this. This is a diamond pattern ready cut wool rug kit. Always worth looking out for rug kits. This was new and unused in its bag. I paid £3 from the charity shop for it and sold it for $39.99. So that was a good one. Really pleased with that. That's what the back looks like. So you always look out for rug kits. Another nice one. These are worth looking out for. I know they sell well, but it's very rare that you find all of them. The Dark is Rising sequence by Susan Cooper. They were very popular in the 80s. Now, the Grey King was in really poor condition. I had to glue some pages back in. I had to sellotape some pages back in. And I had to mention that in the description. But it didn't stop them selling very, very quickly. And they sold at full price of $29.99. So really pleased with those. I bought this because it was ugly. Sometimes ugly sells. It's a monsoon duck egg blue and brown. I don't know if you pronounce that. Boucle cardigan, coatigan jacket, size 18. Ugly as sin, I thought. But obviously the buyer thought it differently and it sold for $19.99. Not entirely sure why this one shows all these separate shipping places, because I sell via GSP, so I'm not sure why that popped up. And the last one. The last one is my Harmer bead bundle. I bought this from the car boot sale. I paid £2 for the whole lot. There was loads in there. There was some of the shapes in there. There was loads and loads of different beads. There was another load of beads with it that I kept for my daughter's little friend. So this is just the bit I sold, and it's sold for $19.99, and again, very quickly. And not too difficult to pack, because once it was closed, it was all quite well compacted in there. So I just wrapped a piece of cardboard around the edge and then black pallet wrap, and off it went. And again, good feedback received on that one, so that's all good news. And that's it. That's like I said, there've been a lot of smaller sales. I've done some auctions recently to clear out some sticky stock. I've sold some stuff at 99p that was definitely worth more, but you know, as long as it's gone, it's gone. And that's pretty much all I've got to tell you for now. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have liked it, if you have enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll hopefully be back with you soon. Take care. Bye bye.